afternoon and welcome to Senior Circuit. We're so glad to have you with us. My name is Cindy Hickey and I'm the former Executive Director for the Council on Aging. Yeah, I said former. It's really been a pleasure for the last 27 years to be working with you all at the Council on Aging. I love my job. I love my seniors. But as you all might have heard by now, I've retired as of July 13th. It was a tough decision, but it was a good decision and I'm really happy. But I wanted to let you know that not only did I have a big decision to make about retiring, but who was going to fill my shoes? And we had the perfect person. I tell everybody she's earned her wings. She's done a great job. She's been a great partner and person to work with. I've really enjoyed being with Ashley Speliotis, and she's now our new Interim Director. So welcome, Ashley. And I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Cindy. Yes, many of you know me, and I know many of you from my work at the Council on Aging as the social worker, one of them, and leading different support groups and individual case management, and then also such the pleasure of joining everybody on trips and some of our great programming that we have at the Council on Aging. So I am very excited to be the Interim Director, and even more excited this afternoon because many people have been calling in, even though it's been about a month. They've been calling in, Cindy, to wish you well, to find out what you're up to hear more about your experiences at the Council on Aging. So I'm excited that you're here today to get some of those questions answered for them. So actually all the questions that are going to be on today's show came from residents and came from these calls. So hopefully everybody out there is watching. Thank you for the questions. And the first one is, Cindy, you have dedicated almost your entire career to the Council on Aging and working with seniors in Somerville. How have you seen the Council on Aging change and grow over the years?
Oh, what a great question. It really has evolved nicely because, you know, we always had the stigma of, oh, we just play bingo. We just go there and play bingo or you know, listen to music or just have lunch. But that's not what it's about. We really have evolved into a great program where we have exercise and we have, and as a matter of fact, it's a world-renowned exercise program. We've written up in so many magazines and we've had awards, and Massachusetts Council on Aging gave us an award for being innovative director for having such a great popular program, doing things like, you know, so the trips that we did, you know, bringing new educational programs in, music, and of course, you know, the activities we had. We went, last year I think we celebrated our 35th or 36th anniversary of our picnic, which we didn't have. I woke up on Wednesday and was like, today would have been the picnic. But it was great to be, you know, participate in all of those. I spent 27 years with the city of Somerville, and I loved every single minute of it. And I've loved the, you know, involving status that the Council on Aging has had. So it's really been great and exciting. And, you know, Ashley, you're going to take it to multitudes of where it's going to go from here. So, you know, I wish you well with that.
Yeah, thank you. I know that it seems, even my experience with you, is that you really changed the Council on Aging to meet the needs of seniors as the needs evolved. And that's hopefully what we can continue to do. I think you weren't the only one missing Wednesday's picnic. We certainly got some calls, and the staff had to have a little call themselves to recognize what day it was, because a lot goes into that picnic behind the scenes and during the day. And at the end of the day, it's just tons of fun for everyone. So
certainly it's hard work, but it is so much fun, and the seniors really enjoyed it, and the music and the door prizes and all that. But next year it'll be bigger and better, and I'm going to come and help volunteer. I'm going to fly up or come in. I'm spending some of my time down south, but most of my time up in Massachusetts. So I will come in and volunteer and do that. So I'll see everybody next year at the picnic.
Absolutely. Our next question for you, Cindy, is also from the residents. of Somerville, and not only have they seen the Council on Aging and their programs grow over the years, but they have seen you grow in your profession and personal life as well. What have you learned in your position as Executive Director that you'd like to share with me and everyone else?
Whoa, that's a tough one. I have grown as a director. It really has. I think what happens is it becomes part of your life. And I grew from a young person, 27 years is a long time. I grew into the aging process. So it was really helpful to me to be able to start to get to be 60 and to identify and figure out, as a baby boomer coming in, what did we want? What did we need? And it's sort of firsthand experience. Not that you'll ever know that for a while yet, but, like you, I started around your age, and it's been really exciting to be able to grow into that role and grow and be an age, again, like I said, in the process and become that senior. And Flo Papagno, who used to work with us many years ago, we miss her and love her still to this day, but Flo used to say, "Oh, honey, you will be a senior." Well, I am a senior now. So, but I've learned the education piece of it. Again, with all the support systems we need, learning the ropes, figuring out, food stamps. One of the great things that we brought in that I was very excited about was, and I was really insistent on this, was being able to have the food stamp kiosk. I think that's an awesome opportunity. My goal, and I hope that you'll continue this, and I know you probably will, is to have one-stop shopping. I want the seniors to be able to travel with us. I want seniors to be able to get information from us. I want them to come and if they need a taxi or SEM or whatever they need, medical help, whatever it is, be able to come to the Council on Aging and get everything. And that's always been a goal of mine. And I, I think we've evolved to that, to get to that point.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we keep evolving and changing. Like just about when you were retiring, our taxi grant program was in the works, and now it's up and running. So yes. Any person in Somerville over the age of 60 who needs a ride to the grocery store or to a routine medical appointment can call the Council on Aging, and we can help with transportation. But I think you also made really good points that even though we are the Council on Aging, we grow with the center, and we're there really for people's families and our caregiver groups, and from just having a whole bunch of different perspectives as we grow and age helps us in our work. But now the folks would like to know, what is your greatest accomplishment?
I'll get that. I just want to, put one more thing in there. You talked about this taxi grant. It was my last hurrah, and I was really happy to get that. We have a lot of money in that account. But in COVID-19 times, I think the most important thing to know is that Green Cab is doing their best and has done their best to really keep them sanitized and clean. And with flu season coming up, I want everybody to know that they're clean daily. They're taking every precaution. They're still wearing masks. They're doing all that kind of stuff. They're cleaning the program with that, with their cabs, with the new program where they vaporize the germs and, really do a good misting clean. And I think that's important to know, that it is safe to get in a taxi cab. So I do think that's important. So I just want to share that. I think one of my greatest accomplishments is two things. Is I think that we've involved with a great group of employees. I think the staff at the Council on Aging is amazing. We have some longevity there. Just having the variety of knowledge amongst all of you, Debbie, who does a great outreach, Natasha and you, great social workers, and now you as the new interim director, Christopher doing all the great exercise, Maureen helping out at Cross Street, Josephine at the front desk. I think we have a great staff of people. Judy, who runs the two centers, Ralph and Jenny and Holland Street. And of course, everybody in the city loves Connie. All the notes I got, and a lot of them said, you and Connie made a great team, and we did, but I think we all made a great team. And I think that's something to be recognized and to say, good job, well done. So I think we have a good staff there. And I think the second thing that I'm probably the proudest of is the amounts of people we had coming to the center. You know, I can remember when we first started and I was there, it was, you know, if we had 25, 30 people, it was great. At some of our events, I mean, our Thanksgiving dinner, we had 300 people. You know, our picnic, we were 800, 900,000 people. You know, so even our dances and our activities, I think we had, you know, we'd be standing room only at some of them. The community involvement, the other departments, the police department, the fire department. I don't know what we would do without those folks. They were always so great and so good. The Kiwanis supported us. The Rotary was fabulous coming out and helping us. The Lions Club, all they did for us. So I think community, partnership with staff, partnership with, you know, other people in the community, I think that's a big part of where we are and what we are. So I think those are a couple of really cool developments and things to be proud of that we've had at the senior center.
Yeah, I have to agree that in just a short month, the staff and the connections that you've made with the community, the goal is always how can we serve Somerville seniors the best? How can we meet their needs? And it's really been seamless thanks to you and all your work you've done over the years to create the partnerships have really just taken off and made the first month a nice transition for myself. And you mentioned so many things, so many accomplishments and activities that have been done, but do you have a favorite memory or some memory that you'll take with you from the Council on Aging?
There's a lot of them. They really are. And I was thinking about this question. Somebody else had asked me that and said, what was my favorite thing? There's so many, you know, I think probably most of all, the most memorable thing is the wonderful, wonderful seniors that I have met and befriended. I mean, there are so many of them that are near and dear to me. I think about, you know, Hazel and Mutsuko and some of those others and Teresa, who always liked to tell me what to do. She thought she was my boss. And she would say, yeah, I'm your boss, you work for me. And I did, I worked for the seniors. But, you know, some of the new people, Edna and Barbara and, you know, the volunteers we had, there's so many, you know, Laura and Norbert. Norbert does incredible things, you know. I know I'm going to offend somebody because there's so many there, the folks, the volunteers who helped with, you know, all of our programming. All I'd have to say is I need help, and we'd have 10, 15, 20 volunteers. I think in the course of, you know, even over this COVID-19, I think we've had close to 100 volunteers, you know, that have been helping folks making telephone calls, writing notes. When we asked for cards and letters, you know, we got, in a couple of weeks, 300 cards and letters to give out to folks, 400 maybe. So I think that has been some of the memories. I was thinking about some of the trips we took, and we did a lot of great trips. Going to Italy was probably the highlight of my career with the mayor, and taking some of them and just being able to go to a special mass for us and go to the Vatican and Capri was amazing. And, you know, just every day and being, you know, just being everywhere and all the cities was fabulous. It was a beautiful time, beautiful place. And the mayor was gracious to us, helping all the seniors. He was pushing this one and that one in the wheelchair and helping them all. And it really was a great experience. Going on a cruise to Bermuda. I think the funniest thing that we ever did was, and there were a lot of memorable moments on the trips, but one of the funniest was we decided to take the folks to Disney. And it was a challenge from start to finish. And we got there and everybody was like, we want to go. I don't care. You know, we've been up since like 3 a.m. I was like, oh, come on. They got more energy than me. So we ended up going to Animal Kingdom and it downpoured. It was so wet and so rainy. And we got back that night and everything, you know, it was just ended up being beautiful. And then I went off to bed and everybody did their thing. And all of a sudden, it must have been about 8:30 and I was already in my pajamas and in bed, knocking my door. Like, who the heck's coming? So I go open the door. I figured it was a senior in need. There was like 8 of them outside my door, sitting in their walkers and standing, and they're taking chairs from other rooms. I'm like, what are you guys doing? we want to have a party with you. I said, it's bedtime. It's 8:30. Bedtime. They were ready to go. I've been up since 3 a.m. And I'll tell you, we laughed and told stories and laughed some more. And I think it's the only time probably in the history of Disney that security had to come and tell a bunch of old folks, including me, to go to bed and be quiet. It was the funniest story. Oh, I laughed about that. When we go out with friends and stuff, I always tell that story, how we had to have security come. But again, our memorial services we have for folks that we've lost over the past year, those are always touching and memorable to us because we have so many seniors that we just love and revere. So a few good moments, and there's a good and a bad. But that was my funny story. They just don't know what to go.
Many. So many good moments, and it really is the community and seniors showing up for each other. I don't know, but right after your retirement, we started a program, a donation program of little games and booklets for goodie bags for some, we say, seniors in need of a little sunshine. And the response is just overwhelming. The back room is filled. So thank you, everyone who donated and participated. But it's true, Cindy. It's the community. It's our senior community. It's what makes going to work enjoyable. And
absolutely.
I think your next question is really, a lot of people have questions, and I think it's always the magic question of what are you looking forward to most in your retirement?
Oh gosh, that's a big one. I haven't had a chance to let it sink in yet. I keep waking up and saying, oh, am I really retired or am I just on vacation? But let's see. Well, I haven't decided what I want to be when I grow up. So I think that's something that I still want to work. I still want to do some stuff. I heard the mayor saying on the department head meeting, she'll probably be doing some crazy thing. And yes, I will be doing some crazy thing. I don't know what that crazy thing's going to be. Gosh, I guess I got to figure out what my next career is going to be. That's going to be
it.
Yeah,
the possibilities are endless, right?
They are endless. They really are. And I'll tell you, I think that I bring so much knowledge and experience coming from Somerville. When I tell people all the things that we did at the Council on Aging, they just can't believe it. My senior center doesn't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that in this city. And I've spoken to a lot of Council on Aging directors across Massachusetts because they heard I was leaving also. And it was nice to have them reach out. And it just was really nice to hear that everybody in the communities around us really appreciate all the things that we did. We were really pioneers on a lot of things. And they were stealing some of our ideas, and they said, yeah, we stole that one. But that's okay, because it's all about sharing. I don't care where the senior is. I want them to have a successful time in their Council on Aging. Because we're not just for seniors anymore, and we're not your grandma's bingo.
That's right. Absolutely. And I think that you said it perfectly, that your connection with different councils on aging, but within the community, you're a staple to Somerville and born and raised there, and have another charity, Toys for Local Children. And we get asked a lot, what are your plans? Are you sticking in Somerville? What are Toys for Local Children going to look like in the future? What are your plans that you'd like to share with us?
Well, thank you for asking that question, because that is something that's near and dear to my heart, and it's been a great staple for the community of Somerville, because we've serviced so many families. One of the best stories, I have a great relationship with Scale, and we serve a lot of Scale students, and one of the best stories I ever had was Doreen, who used to work there, came up to me after Christmas break, and she said, one of my students came in and told me the best story ever. And I said, well, what was that? And she said, they had never had a board game, ever. and they received one from us, and they spent the whole vacation playing a board game with the family. And the mother and father who attended scale was so excited to be able to participate with their kids and do something and have so much fun. So stories like that are often told to me, and I get lots of letters and cards. And I think that, yes, I'm going to continue with Toys for Local Children. This is our 15th anniversary. It's something I've been reaching out to a lot of my contacts to say, hey, we're still doing something this year. I think with COVID-19 that there's going to be a great need for this. We do help grandparents. So I think that's another big, opportunity that I can still stay connected with the seniors, as well as working with the parents and the grandchildren and children to be able to help them have a great Christmas. So I'm going to participate. I'm going to run the program. We're celebrating our 15th year. Now we don't think that we're going to be able to have our big annual event that we have, and it looks like we're not, but we'll be doing something online. And I hope that everybody will participate. We'll be reaching out to, a lot of the people who have attended our program to say, please continue to support us. So we're definitely doing that. And, my home is still Somerville. I have a home there. I'm going to continue to stay in that home. Like I said, I'll be here and there. You never know when I'm going to be on your doorstep or getting ice cream or going to see. I was watching Diners, Dive and Drive-In or something. It's the first time I love TV. It's great, I've never been able to share and watch a lot of TV except Hallmark, so this is great. But Boston Burger was on, and I was sitting with my friend talking, and I was like, look, that's my hometown. Boston Burger's right in Davis Square. It's great. So that was fun to, have all my great memories and visit that. But I'm staying around. I'm not going anywhere. You can't get rid of me that fast, folks. So I'm here.
No, we definitely appreciate you and appreciate having you with us today. I don't know if you have anything else to say. You've touched so many people's lives over the year and have been such an effective advocate for our seniors. So we definitely appreciate your service and appreciate having you here today.
Thank you. And this was really great to be able to have a last hurrah and say goodbye to everybody. From my family to yours, it's been great. I do want to say that I really hope that every senior who hears this really gives you the support that they gave me. And I was so fortunate to have such great support. You truly are going to be a great asset as the Director of Council on Aging. You're already doing wonderful things. The little spies are calling me and telling me how great you are. So thank you so much for being as dedicated and the love for the seniors in Somerville that you have, Ashley. You've overwhelmed us. You have a great heart and you're perfect for this job. And I was so appreciative when Doug and the mayor said, yeah, they agree with me that you were a good pick. So everybody give her great support. Ashley's just the best thing since Oreo cookies. So thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. I think on that note, we will say goodbye. And until next month, we hope everybody stays safe and well. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Love you all.
Bye.
Lisa Hyacin. Let's see, Paul Papagno is here. Janine Lottie is here. Let's see, Dee Dee is here.
Alderman Bill White is here for Billy. State Representative Tim Toomey. Hey, let's hear the greatest man this city ever had right over there, Gene Bruin. Gene, we need your, this is the annual Gene Bruin Senior Pickett G, come on up here. We got 2 more songs. This one's
Schools on the but you see back in old Napoli at Somerville. When the picture I like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
We do is for the trueness of the blue. We fight with all our might, for this is the day we all say Somerville leads the way. Hey!
all right.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. And Doug, thanks again for being a great partner. We thank you so much.
And thank you for all your work, Cindy. You've been doing just a great job. We're thrilled to have you as part of our team.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Till next year, have a great day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.